Hello and welcome to Mapping Key Gaming. My name is E-Man. Today we are going to be reviewing 5 Minute Marvel. 5 Minute Marvel is for 2 to 5 players, plays approximately 5 minutes around, and is for ages 8 and up. Now, the components in this game are actually pretty great. The insert is actually really super high quality. It looks like it was actually designed for sleeved cards and for possible expansions. There is enough space on the inside to add, if they ever did come out. The other cool thing, as you can see here with the door cards and the crisis cards, there seems to be enough space for you to be able to put sleeved cards on the inside. Yeah, it looks like there's just enough space for that. And I really like the insert. This is a high quality insert where you can see that the villain, the actual villain mats fit in there perfectly. It's a really high quality piece. Now I will tell you that as far as the cards go, the cards, they do get beat up because the way how this game plays, it's fast paced. You're throwing cards down, you're flipping them over as fast as you can because of the timer aspect of the game, that you're just tough on them. So sleeving them is definitely something that I'm considering. Now I know that this game, is designed for younger children and stuff, so I'm not sure. I don't know how easy it will be for them to hold the cards if they are sleeved. I do know that like matte sleeves are textured on the one side, so that may be a little bit easier. The cards are American standard size, so that's not a regular sized card. They're a little bit smaller. They're cut a little bit smaller than a Magic card or a Pokemon card. And I understand that this game is geared towards children, so I think that actually helps because younger kids do have a little bit of a harder time holding onto cards and, holding them all in their hand. The size of the cards in the box are American Standard, which is a cut that's a little bit smaller than your Magic or Pokemon size card. So it may be a little bit difficult to find sleeves for these particular cards. And don't get it confused with a European Standard, which is also a different cut, and the regular Standard, because the regular Standard is considered to be like a Magic card. As far as the theme of the game, you do have to defeat the villain with these power cards that you are drawing, and you do get to use your hero's special ability to help you. But the special abilities aren't that great, and the villain cards themselves are not scary. They're actually pretty fun. The drawings on them are fantastic, and it actually has a real fun feel with the one-liners that are printed on the villain cards. They do get you kind of a chuckle. As far as the gameplay goes, the basic feeling that I got from this game was that this is speed on steroids. You're moving as fast as you can to match up the colors and shapes, and you're just trying to beat that clock. Other than that, there is like zero gameplay. I had touched on before, the heroes, they do have some kind of special abilities, but they're not very unique to the hero. The exception being Squirrel Girl. With most of the characters, it's draw a card, or everyone draws cards except you, or you pick a person, have them draw a card, or defeat this specific type of enemy, which is okay, but you don't feel like you're the Hulk, you don't feel like you're Iron Man by making other people draw cards. But like I said, the exception being Squirrel Girl, where Squirrel Girl is defeat an enemy with a squirrel in the picture, which is absolutely hilarious. So what ends up happening is when the person that's playing Squirrel Girl is sitting there looking at the pictures to see if they can find a squirrel to use their special ability, which is unique specifically to her. None of the other characters have that. And I kind of wish that they kind of did play like that with the other characters, because that would have really brought up, I think, the gameplay and the theme. Like how well does the motif and the milieu come together? Well, it's really not there. You don't really feel heroic when you use your special abilities, and you are just matching colors with shapes. So it doesn't really just come together. You're just throwing things down. My final thoughts on this, it's actually super positive. I think this is a great game. This is a great game if you have kids and you want them to start getting into card games and board games. It's a great game if they're little kids who like the Avengers. It's not geared specifically to boys. There is Spider-Man, but they also added Spider-Gwen, which is a white and pink, a variation of Spider-Man, but it's a girl. And instead of it being just the Iron Man and Hulk, there's also Black Widow and Miss Marvel. And like I said, there is cutesy Squirrel Girl in there. And they also have the little bit edgy Medusa. This game isn't geared for just, young boys. If they like the Marvel movies and the Marvel TV shows, then most likely they're going to find a character in this box for them. This game, you can set it up so that you don't lose. You can set it up so that the kids don't activate the timer. But, and just sit there and play with them. And all they're doing is just drawing cards and matching colors. The other thing is, if you want to make this super hard, they have these crisis cards where you throw in a bunch of crisis cards and you get to the more difficult villains. This game can be super challenging. And it is definitely lucky, but you're looking at drawing cards, throwing them down as fast as you can, and seeing what kind of combinations you have. What type of game this is. For a big gamer, not that great. But for an actual family that's looking for a real super easy entry-level game, I give this a recommend. If you like this content, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will have more Marvel videos coming at you soon.